I think we're live and we've got a few people, few players ready. How is everybody doing? I'm going to finish off my tweet. Andrew, take the floor. Are you still doing questions, Andrew?
Oh, I was just writing a message up on Twitter, not for the. I'm expecting anyone to actually join via it, but I thought I'd put one up on there
No,
quickly.
do it. Absolutely. How is everyone doing today? Again, every week. Hey Lee, awesome to have you here. We got Mike and we got Stephen. Every week we got these two chats, and I keep meaning to add a ticket. You know what? Let me do that right now. Let's just open GitHub. GitHub, Code Mortals, game platform. I want to open a ticket for pull request 9 issues. I saw we got some pull request, some issues raised yesterday, but I want to open a ticket, maybe for discussion. I want to open a ticket to say enable, disable chat on platform. I know Andrew likes it, but it doesn't help the statistics on YouTube if we don't get any chat. It thinks there's no kind of engagement. So I'm just gonna leave that there for the moment. We'll come back to it. But what do you all think? I think we should just use the YouTube chat, but we will see how it's going. And how has everyone's week been? We have some exciting rounds and questions for you. Mine got a bit dubious towards the end of the each round. I did 2 again this week, so apologies for that. And they got a bit dubious because I was struggling for questions. We have no guest rounds this week. Andrew has taken charge of picture round, and I think he's done it on animals and robots.
It's sort of animals linked to tech in a very loose sense in some cases, but hey, animals, and tech linked. Can you name the, the sort of famous animal that it's based on? Yeah, it'll make
We
more sense when we get to it.
we look forward to seeing it. Lee, thanks for suggesting to move over to YouTube chat. Maybe don't do that just yet. I don't want to upset Andrew just yet, but it's something we should probably discuss in the issue on GitHub and see what makes sense. Yeah, I mean we can keep going as we've been going for now, but something to discuss for next week potentially. I know other people will want to use this chat, and I was thinking you have it as like an admin host option, so they can choose if they enable or disable it. So we will see. Been playing The Last of Us 2, which was released today. Okay, nice. So latest game. Is that on the PS4 or 5? Or the Xbox Zero? Okay, I thought that was funny. No one else laughed. It's fine. Don't laugh at my jokes. Let's see how the questions go. PS4 Pro. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hear the PS5's coming out soon.
I was going to say they've got a whole lot of new tech coming out from Microsoft and Sony. It'll be interesting what happens later this year.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't get it done before the lockdown. I think they would have sold out. More people would have bought stuff and gone a bit kind of crazy on that, and would have been quite a spike on that, I suppose.
I think no matter when, these days they seem to sell out all the time. Do you remember when the Wii launched? You could
Yeah.
just couldn't get your hands on it, and then the same happened with the Nintendo Switch as well. Any new sort of game consoles at the moment just sell out, and they just can't keep up with production to start with. So I don't know if they're going to try and address that this time around. Probably not, because they just never really know, do they? But yeah, unless you get your order in now, good luck getting one in the next year or two.
That's true. But I am excited for today's quiz, mainly because I look forward to seeing what Andrew's pictures are like. I look forward to seeing what you think of my questions. I try to start off. I really try to make a difference to start off really easy, and then get progressively harder. Maybe it's not so gradual. Maybe it kind of goes at the first 5, say for example, like easy, and then it jumps to really hard. I don't know. You'll have to let me know. We'll have to see.
It's like when you're in a swimming pool, right? It's super shallow for ages, and then all of a sudden it just drops away, and you're in the deep end.
It's true. Are we
I'm
playing the?
looking forward to finding out what I broke this week. I'm sure I've broken some stuff on here, but we'll find out as we play.
Oh yeah,
We
Andrew's
have
got some
added
new features. Yes.
the main new thing really that people will notice is there's an end game screen now. So
Yeah.
people actually get a final score, so you actually see where you've come overall now, which is hopefully be good.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. Are we playing the quiz on the PS4 Pro? That'd make quite a good streaming machine, I suppose. I remember back in the day, the PS2, when it came out, or just recently, no, well, after it came out, someone managed to put Linux on it and was able to use it as a streaming computer. Apparently, it's very good because it's very GPU focused. So I'm guessing yes, the newer PS2, sorry, PS3 or PS4 or the Pro would be quite good as streaming machines if you could kind of put. But you'd need HDMI in and various other things. They do have USB ports, I suppose, so you could get like an external HDMI capture to USB. Interesting. I wonder if someone's done that. I'll have a Google afterwards and see. Final score. Yeah, we can see how badly we've done. I don't remember any of my answers, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, Andrew, shall I share a link in the YouTube chat to the game? Aha, you've done it already. Okay, cool. So yes,
I'm muting myself while I was typing. Yes, I've done it. It's okay.
awesome. Cool. Okay, no guest rounds this week. We're very sad about that, but it's okay.
We've had a suggestion from Anton, who probably isn't joining us because he never does. Apparently, he's out having drinks with a friend. So, not sure where they're going. I'm guessing they're going to go sit in a park somewhere on a bench and drink out of paper black bags or something. But he's going to do an IE11 round for us, right?
He'll do that probably, hopefully, for next week or the week after. Yes. Hey Zeus, awesome to have you here. Oh Zeus, I just want to say thanks for raising those issues, pull requests on the gaming platform. I haven't had a chance to have a look, and I'm guessing Andrew hasn't either. We were looking at doing the questions for today and getting the final features in. But I had a quick look at what you raised. I think there's kind of quite a few things, which is awesome, and they look really good and interesting. So thank you very much for that. We will take a look. We haven't forgotten.
I did see some issues. I don't think I saw their open pull requests.
There was
I'm
a
really
pull
bad for
request.
that. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you, and I will take a look as well. I've been quite bad. I've been sort of just putting up my own pull requests and not looking at others, unless it's very recent, in which case I apologise. I've not looked at it today.
I think it was yesterday or the day before. It was in the last couple of days.
Okay.
Lee was discussing the price for the quiz, his PS4 Pro. I like that. Thank you very much, Lee. That's really kind of you. That's very cool. Okay, Andrew, I'm really excited. I think we should start at 10 past. So that's like in 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Yeah, that should be fine. Again, it's one of those, we just don't advertise during the week at all. We're terrible.
That was my fault. That was my job. One job this week, right?
Your job is, advertising and media, right? After all, you call yourself a DevRel.
I'm neither at the moment, so yeah. Well, we should step it up for next week.
Yeah, we need to actually, maybe even, well, I don't know about that. I was going to say throw a bit of money towards advertising and actually see if we can get a few more people to join us. We'll see, maybe.
I think we'll aim for double figures next week, and we'll do it. We'll see. I'll every day post something or post a snippet or something. There were some funny moments from last week. I think actually there's some really good comments from people in the chat that really made me laugh last week. With I think it was like as we go through the quiz, people put in the chat like the bad answers, like really bad answers. They make up their own, and that really made me chuckle. So maybe we'll put a few of those in into socials and like put like short clips because that was really good. Hopefully we'll get some more today as well.
Yeah, we want to do prizes on this, but it needs to probably have we need to get a better attendance now that we're. Well, I don't think I can't say feature rich, but we're kind of feature complete. Right, we've got a chain now from the start to finish of a quiz finally. So maybe if we push it out a bit more, get a few more people playing, maybe we can find something to have a little prize at the end of some of these things, even if it's just a T-shirt, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's just the posting of it, I suppose. But I suppose you could probably order it all online and get it posted to that person. We can figure something out, or we can do give them a voucher to that T-shirt, and then they can fill in their details and all the rest, and it just charges us for it. So yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, I like that. We're all geeks after all. Swag always wins.
I meant to wear one of my Cobal's T-shirts. I brought it downstairs. I don't even know what I've done with it.
I completely forgot. Okay, next week we'll have a big push, and we'll wear our Code Mortals T-shirts, and we'll potentially give one away or something like that. Problem with prizes is you need to make sure people can't Google answers. Yeah, that's true.
That is part of why we wanted to put the timing thing on there as well, so timing becomes an element. But yeah, I think that's just more important that we don't spend too long on a certain question, isn't it? Because how long does it take to Google something? 20 seconds?
Yeah, we'll have to see. Then we can maybe go back to 4 rather than 3 rounds. Go back to 4 rounds potentially, because I think if we keep it shorter.
Yeah. That's why I like the picture round. That's quite hard to Google.
True. Okay, I think let's get started, right? Can I hit start? Does everyone give us a thumbs up in the chat? I don't know
You
how you do
can't do
thumbs up.
emojis in the chat unless you're talking
Plus
about the
one.
YouTube.
Plus one, maybe. There you go, look. Plus one is thumbs up. Minus one can be thumbs down.
And we need to do something about people just spamming enter as well, because I noticed Steve's managed to do it again. Because if you, I think if you type a space or whatever, yeah, we need to do something about not being able to send empty things. Anyway,
if you just hit
always
enter
tiny
as
little
well.
bugs. We'll watch what happens.
Let's go. I want to hit start. I take everyone's silence as thumbs up.
Yeah, and there might be a bit of a delay. I'm just sort of watching on YouTube as well, and it seems a long way behind. On my unless I managed to pause YouTube. Hang on.
I've got it on low latency. We should try ultra low next time, where it's like sub 2 seconds.
Okay.
I don't think it's.
I might have had it. No, I might have paused it so I was 30 seconds further behind. I did a mic.
Did a mic? Yeah. Oh, I didn't put descriptions in some of these. Okay, so general knowledge is kind of really random. It should be random knowledge. I did that after I did the software development questions. And the software development questions are loads of languages. I know I've done JavaScript before, TypeScript, Python, and so forth. These are loads of random language. It should be just basically random knowledge and random development. That's what we've got for this week. And Andrews hasn't got a description.
This week, is it actually general knowledge in the general knowledge? Last week we had tech questions in the general knowledge. So
it is tech related. I did try to keep it tech-ish. More movies and stuff like that.
Sounds good. I have no idea what you've put in again, so I can answer your questions and see how bad I score.
I don't know what I've put in either. I can probably try and answer them too. I did it a couple of hours ago. Let's see. Okay, I'm excited. Let's go. I want to see what people think of how bad my questions are. Lee, 4 is good. Don't worry. Let's go. I don't even know what I put in for this. I did like an hour ago. What year was the first browser created?
What sort of browser?
Oh, sorry, web browser.
Okay. Yeah, this is the easy one, Jesus. We got.
You got 25% chance of getting it. That's too easy. Let's move on. This is the latest version of IE. Okay, everyone, place your answers. We're going to move on.
Well, I thought the first browser was probably one made at CERN, wasn't it? Which was probably well before this.
I guess publicly available maybe is more the.
Oh, okay. I like how we're getting more specific as we ask questions here.
It's what I got off Wikipedia. So don't Google it.
It's a modern browser. It has to be since Microsoft got involved. And go on then. What's the next question?
Okay, let's go to the next one. What was the original name of the first web browser? Why is this funny?
Just Android.
I'd have put an easy, bogus one in there.
No, but that could be the answer. It's one of those. The reason they've called it Android is because that was the name of the first browser, but no one ever used it. I'm sure it wasn't any of those, but okay. I'm going to have to go search on Wikipedia after this.
Okay, well, you might be thinking of the next question. I grouped some questions together. And it's not the whole round is not on this. Okay, we're going to move on. Everyone take a guess. Told you it was IE. Yeah, Lee was already one question ahead, and so might be Andrew. Let's have a look. Have a guess. What was the first web browser renamed to? It's the OG.
Well, we built something called D before, so it can't be that. Okay, I'll take a guess.
Everyone having a guess? No Googling. I'm liking this, the OG.
Googling. I thought Netscape Navigator would have been newer than these. or
I
older.
have got a bit of a problem.
What's
I
wrong?
can fix it. No, it's okay. Good. I can fix it. Okay, next one. Which are not mobile browsers? This is all inspired by Andrew talking about Anton's Internet Explorer round. So it kind of
I
gave
was
me
going
an
to say this has
idea.
become the web browser brown. This is. This has got nothing to do with anything other than web browsers all the way.
No, I think it's got some movies at the end. I think it was like an hour ago, so I don't remember.
Uh, is there more than one? Seeing as there's which are.
Yeah, there is more than one. It's just not my bad English this time. There is more than one.
Doesn't really help. There's only one web browser, mobile browser I use.
I love this drawing on the screen thing. There we go. Okay, again, it's so easy. I think we should just move on. Too simple. In the chat, feel free to put more stupid answers in E, F, G, and H, but don't put what you think the answer is. You'll get the answers shortly. Okay, I think it's just too easy. Everybody uses, option E.
Oh, that's the thing, is there may even be one called one of the ones that Eddie doesn't think is there, just because
True.
it doesn't come up on a. Someone probably made one because there's an app for everything with every name used.
True. At least readjust my expectations. 4 seems unlikely now. Sorry, Lee. It gets easier. Maybe
I did click all of them for a moment as well. So I went, nah, that could be a name. That could be.
Maybe I got this round a bit backwards and it gets easier, not harder.
We'll see. Which is, I think we just had this question a second ago, Bex.
No, that was mobile focus. This is general focus. I'll give you a clue. It is a single one, and it's a little bit of a trick, which is not a browser. I definitely started off harder. I think it gets easier. I think.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Andrew's not gonna let me do any questions in the future.
You're trying to make sure I don't let you do them because you don't like doing them. That's what it is.
I like doing the first 5. I like doing the first 2 to 6. I think the first one's always the hardest, and the last 3 are the hardest.
What do we pay you for?
Exactly. Okay, everyone, place your bet. Let's move on. That's just too easy. I wouldn't be able to get this either.
Let's see how many you remember when we come back to the answers.
Yeah, I know. I'm slightly worried. Okay, we're into a bit of movies. This is easier. In the movie Hackers, the famous, awesome movie, Angelina Jolie and I can't remember the other people's names. What is wrong with the scene with the phone call in Grand Central Station?
It's definitely suddenly got much easier. It's
exactly.
Like a cliff edge of, no, we got up the cliff, so. Rescued out the water finally. Mostly I know this one because you go on about it all the time as well.
No, this one I don't go on about. That was Mr. Robot. This one I don't. I only learned this one today, or maybe I just forgot about it and relearned it. How's everybody doing? Everyone think they've got 6 out of 6 so far? 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. Right. Okay. Have a guess. Let's move on. Trying to keep it short, so there's no time to Google. What is the stupid hacking mistake at NCIS? This is really famous. Like, this is so cringeworthy. It's got to be the biggest blunder ever. And I don't talk about it enough. I always talk about the Mr. Robot one with the hard drive and the power supply. Oh, I've got his hard drive. Yeah, there's all these power cables coming out of the power supply. But this one I don't. But this one, when I remembered it, it really made me chuckle. Jesus, half out of 6. Half is good, although there are no half points allowed.
Well, I had to take a guess on this one because I've never heard this one. So
if you saw the clip, you would know it.
Yeah, based on the fact that some things can be wireless as well.
This is from This is from before that time. This is quite an old
Or is
program
it?
or movie. I'm not sure. I didn't really watch end to end, but I remember that clip. And I remember watching bits of it, but watching that clip,
Hmm.
kind of at the time, it was like, oh, that's so cool. And looking back, you think, wow, that's so bad. Okay. Everyone set? Everyone made an educated decision, a guesstimate?
I'm going for lowest score this round.
Lowest score wins, probably. Oh my god, that could be
Probably.
one of our weird rounds where you have to try and get the wrong
Get it wrong.
answers. Yeah, okay. Okay, like kind of go for broke rather than Monopoly, where Monopoly you try and make money, go for broke, you're trying to lose all your money.
But you get a point for getting the wrong answer.
Yeah,
So there's 3 correct answers and there's one that's wrong. You're going to pick the wrong one. You
exactly.
still get a point for getting the wrong one.
Exactly, something like that. It could be like a wacky round.
Yeah, there's ways we could do that. Depends how much everyone. Well, it's only a joke anyway. These evenings, isn't it? It's just a bit of fun. Get everyone together.
Exactly. We'll do a wacky round, I think. Yeah. Okay, I want to click next. Let's move on. What was wrong in the Independence Day movie, this other classic we all watched 100 times, when they tried to deploy the virus to the mothership?
The laptop was running.
That's in there for Mike. Sorry, Mike. Oh, I couldn't help that one. If you look, it's even the first one that I put in. I didn't even put it last and go, oh, I'm stuck on something. What can I put in? That was the first thing I wrote. Need hints. That's a hard one to give a hint. Because I would give it
I'm trying to
away.
visualize what happened in the movie at that point.
I could have shown like a YouTube clip because that wouldn't have given it away, but it would have made it entertaining. That's something we spoke about adding in, so you can put in like YouTube links with certain positions and stuff. So, yeah, okay, next time. Everyone said last week was really easy. Maybe I went a bit too hard this week. I just can't find the right balance.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, come on. Everyone ready for the next question? Everyone got, 8 out of 10? Sorry, 8 out of 10? 8 out of 8. Which would be 8 out of 10, I suppose. Okay. Okay, this one's an easy one, right? In Back to the Future, we've all watched this 1,000,001 times. What was wrong with the dashboard and trying to hit 88 miles per hour?
I could have told you what speed they have to reach.
That was too
I
easy.
don't think I was watching the odometer.
It was built with Ionic. Ionic was the flux capacitor. The odometer, the dashboard was written in React.
I was going to say, I wasn't using Dashboard Hub. That was the problem.
Dashboard, it's open source. You can only gets better. Only it matures with time. It's like a good strong whiskey.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what happens there. So. You're watching the film to enjoy it, not to critique it. Not unless it's blatantly obvious, anyway.
When I was searching for some of these, I came across so many other things that I just didn't notice. And when you go and watch like clips on YouTube, it's like, oh my word, now I notice these things because they said it. But at the time, you don't notice it. It's like for a few seconds, and like you said, you're too engrossed in the excitement. And even having
I don't have time to go around reading all the critique reports afterwards. I'm sure there's plenty out there. That's what YouTube's for now, I guess. Everyone sits there watching the reports on YouTube where they pick it to pieces.
Yeah, but it kind of ruins it, I suppose.
You're going to feel bad for the filmmakers the way it all gets exposed so quickly these days.
Richard.
Yeah, they crashed and burned. That's where the flames came from.
We need more bad answers, I think. I'm very sad I haven't had enough bad answers. Are the questions just too good? That's what it is. Thanks for letting me know.
Everyone's doing these questions in their heads. They've all gone now. Watch when you get the scores up. It will say everyone stopped answering after question 4.
Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one. Just have a guess.
That's all I've done all the way through this so far.
Okay.
There's actually been one I can confidently say I knew the answer for.
This one would have been good for the picture round, I think, but as Andrew was doing that, I didn't want to interfere. In Jurassic Park, when Nedry is having a live chat with his contact at the dock, what is wrong with the live chat?
I'll just go with that one, I guess.
Nedry used ad blocker. Lee knows this one. Awesome.
Good.
Sorry, what was that, Andrew?
I was going to say the answers were coming up before he was asking the questions.
Okay, shall we end that round? Give you a few more seconds, and then we'll end it. I'm really excited to see the results. Don't let me down. I don't want to see zeros across the board. Otherwise, I'll be fired.
I've got
one job I have.
Pure luck. Pure luck if you get a point, I think. Just put A all the way through. It gives you a 25% chance, right?
True. End with the pain. Let's do it. Okay, end with the pain. Jesus has spoken. Let's do it. Ending the round. Calculating numbers, crunching. Tick, 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 tick. Let's go.
Magic's happened.
Uh-oh, Andrew, I haven't broken anything.
Firebase functions struggling. Did come up. I got 3.
I got 0.
6.
Mike, nice. Nice. Okay.
Told you they got easier at the end.
Yeah, more people did better towards the end, you're right. Okay.
Everyone got the last one right.
It did, actually. That's pretty cool. That's too easy. All guesses. Mike, you're good at poker.
Yeah,
He's good at gambling. Nice. Okay, next round is Andrew's. I'll let you drive, Andrew, and I'll play along.
Oh, well, I just hope this isn't going to be too stressful now after seeing yours.
Okay, yours should be easier, right?
Yeah. Let's find out. Okay, right. I'll bring this over to the right screen so I'm not looking off the screen. Okay, first question for picture round. Again, there's a sort of link between animals and tech in some sense. That was the idea behind the pictures, but they became quite loose links in some cases. So let's see what we got. First one, can you name, well, the monkey, it's obviously a monkey. What was his name? I'm not going to give too much away. There's a little sign on the helmet that perhaps helps.
That doesn't help. Unless it was his name. I don't see that as an option. Okay.
I might answer these as we go along. So I'm going to answer them as we go along just to make sure I haven't forgotten what the answers are when they come around.
I was going to ask, do they get progressively harder or do they start off hard?
I hope they stay at a similar level, but I think it kind of goes up and down a bit. So I think the next one, I can't remember what the next one was actually, but I think the next one was easier.
Okay, shall I pick mine and then hit next?
Yeah.
So I don't give any, not that I know the answers anyway.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can control going to next. I can just, well, I'm not going to say much. There's not much to say. You can read all the options, right? Sam, Ham, Abel, and Gordo.
Okay, everyone place your bets. I want to do mine.
There you go. That's an easy one, right?
You should have started off with this one.
It's a penguin linked to technology, right?
It's Mike's favourite. I think Mike has it on all his items of clothing.
Everyone will get this one. Even if you're a Microsoft lover, you've got to get this one, right?
Well, you know, Microsoft are the biggest contributors now.
What to what this is the icon for?
I was trying not to say anything. I was going to give it away. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna click and go.
You realize you can always open another window on another screen if you want to put the answers off screen.
True.
I forgot to answer that one myself. I was going to answer these. Never mind.
We know you know that one. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you recognise that robotic dog? It's come and gone a few times. I think the first iteration was, I don't know, I'm going to say about 12, 13 years ago. Then they gave up, and they tried again, and they gave up, and they tried again. And I think they're back on it again at the moment, doing another one. What's it called? I'm not going to read them out loud because, well, you read them out loud in your head if you want. B might be an interesting one if you read it out in your head.
Too easy. Let's move on. Although I don't know it. I say all too easy. I don't know this one, but I think you've given the answer. So
The one that's pronounced cyborg, yeah. From a movie this time, so based on a spider of some sort.
do you want to say the movie?
You know what they call it? What did they call the robot? What was it called in the movie? I'm not sure how many times they mentioned the actual name in the. Was it in the movie? The name? I don't know.
Are you able to let us know what the movie is, or is that giving away too much?
It's from a movie with Will Smith in, just like Independence Day was. Which is good that we picked the same main actor for our. It was Wild Wild West for anyone that doesn't.
That's one of his movies I haven't seen. Is it good?
I can't remember. I only watched it once in like, was it late 90s?
Okay, it can't be that good if you watched it once.
I've been mid 90s. Lee knows it. There, Wild Wild West. But that's not the question. Unfortunately, it's not. Can you name where it's from? I'm rooting for C as the answer here. The Runaway.
Okay, thanks, Lee. I won't.
Yeah, I don't think it's probably worth it. So I watched it once. I don't really remember that well, but I was trying to find things to put on here.
Okay, I'm gonna place mine and then move on.
Okay, now, do you know the name of this robotic shark? See, well, you hated Interstellar and Blade Runner, so you probably actually.
I probably will actually. I probably should watch it this weekend. I bet you I'll really enjoy it. I do like kind of those cheesy.
There's some good comedy value to it. There's some good, cheesy comedy. I think is probably what it is. Cheesy comedy is what you have in there.
I don't know. This one just seems too obvious. So do I pick the obvious one or the non-obvious one?
I'm glad you're struggling with this because I thought you might get these. So, well, I don't know if I'm glad or not actually, because that means everyone else is probably struggling too. But.
And is it? Can you give us a clue? Is it the obvious one or not?
Depends what you think the obvious one is. I mean, to me,
exactly. So is it? Yeah. So you could say, right, because everyone's perception of what's obvious and what isn't.
No, I think it's obvious.
Oh, Shane, thank you for the clue.
Oh dear. What clue is that though? How many people have watched that? And I think,
I'm trying to think.
One of them's not. I was going to say two of them are in there.
I think two of them are from there as well, though, aren't they?
I can't. Yeah, I've got a feeling two of the answers are from it.
Okay, so it's not the obvious one that I thought.
By Nemo, that is. There's two of them. Yes. Oh, Lee's on it now.
I don't get it. I don't get Lee's one. Okay.
You not seen Finding Nemo?
Yeah, I've seen Finding Nemo.
Okay. Intervention.
Oh, I don't remember that well.
Okay. I can't say too much. It's going to give it away. Everyone on the chat, I think, giving you far too much of a clue.
I think you've all said enough already, so that's pretty good. That helps.
Just a little bit.
Oh yes. Okay. It's trying to come back to me. It's trying to remember, but I can't think.
Come on, I think you need to pick one and go.
Okay, pick one and go.
The name's Bruce.
Okay, yes, I think I got it. I wasn't going to go for that one until Shane said that. I was going to go for one of the others. So thank you, Shane. I owe you half of that 1 point.
Sharknado's not. No Sharknado this time.
I tried to watch Sharknado because it's got lots of famous people in. I've never watched it. I think I gave up after like 3 minutes, but I'm gonna try again this weekend. Maybe I think I need like to watch it. But they're on like Sharknado 7 or something now.
Well, there's a few people that know this one straight away. Mine may be a bit easier, then that's good.
I don't know this one.
You don't know this one. You must have watched at least. Well, no, actually, it's only in one of the Transformer films, isn't it?
Oh, it's from
I know you're a movie buff,
Transformers.
aren't you? Oh, well, did I give too much away by saying that? Maybe.
Okay. Oh, Josh knows the one. That's good. Okay. Transformers. Okay, I want to go for a guess.
One of the Dinobots.
I don't want to hurt you, but you leave me no choice. Nice one, Lee. I remember that now. I just can't remember the name. Okay, I want to guess and move on. Let's do it.
Everyone's there.
Yes! I think I know this one.
Yes, one you think you know. Good.
I think. Having doubt.
I remember asking you this, I think, before, and you picked the wrong one for some reason. I can't remember what the options were I put up, though. But you picked the wrong one, and you were kicking yourself after. So the question is, will you do that again this time?
I'm going to, aren't I? Oh. Let's see. While everyone's having a think of this very difficult question, don't forget we've got the software development round coming up. After this, you will be seeing some code. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really supports our channel and allows us to do more geekiness and have potential prizes in the future. Lee, I have no ideas what this is. Lee, you're probably too young. This is quite like an old person's thing.
We came back round, though. Yeah, I think it's back out on TV again now. Yeah, about 2-3 years ago, it started getting rebooted. There were a couple of films done for it.
Really?
I guess kind of around the 2000 year mark. There had a couple of films done.
Okay, I might need to watch those films. They sound like my stuff. Mike, hey. I was talking about Andrew, Mike, not you and me. Lee is old too. That's a bit harsh. Okay, I'm gonna place my answer and move on. I hope no one's laughing at me. I'm looking at Andrew's face to see if I got it wrong or not.
I'm not saying anything. I wasn't actually looking at that moment in time. I suddenly realised I didn't click another answer, but never mind. I'm pretty sure I know what they all were when we do the answers.
You should have put one of the options as dynamics, because even when I've seen it written on it and gone, that one. Okay, probably it just would have been me who'd done that.
Maybe.
I need 50-50 on this.
You need 50-50? Oh.
But then it'll probably take away it'll probably leave me with the two that I'm torn between. And I'll be like, oh.
Yeah, I am hopeful we can get some other little things done, but I do as well want to start thinking about some of the other games we want to put up on here for people to play around with. Boston, yeah.
I only watched, I think, the first few episodes of Black Mirror. I haven't watched the rest, but they are quite good. And they brought out the movie, didn't they, as well? How did everyone think of it, the rest of it? The seasons, I suppose. I think it's season 2, and the movie. We do that this weekend too. A lot of stuff to watch this weekend. Okay, I'm gonna play. Oh, I know this one. Yes. I think I do. Like 90%.
This was me getting very loose on the animal links because it sort of looks a bit like a squid or an octopus, which is I think was what they're supposed to be based on was squids, right?
I think so. Well, my pet looks like that.
Very, very loose. I started to get on links to animals as I was trying to think of things quickly.
Okay, the penultimate question
for this round.
For this
round,
a
whole round. Yeah.
We've got a whole coding round.
Looking forward to it after that first round. I mean, the way that first round went, it can't get much harder.
It's really easy, the next round. Dead simple. You all get like 11 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to pick my answer, and let's go on to the last question. Where's this from?
Do you recognise?
No.
You don't recognise the
Garfield?
cat? No, it's
Garfield?
Grumpy Cat. Internet famous for memes.
I know the cat Bob died this week. The famous cat Bob, or whatever it was.
Oh,
Like Instagram sensation or something. So you put Bob up there, so I'm guessing it's not Bob.
okay.
I don't know. I'll have a guess. But I guess you've put a real bogus one on there, and I'm gonna fall for it.
They're all famous cats. They are real cats, all the ones that I put up on there.
Oh, okay. Okay, shall we see the results and see how badly we've done? Mike's probably got like 11 out of 10 again. He says he guesses. I reckon he's written some .NET program to get all the answers and answer for him.
Yeah, just grabs the screen instantly and brings up and searches Google. A bit like the NSA do, right? With faces on cameras.
Exactly. There's that series that does that. That it's all about grabbing people's faces and people are like in danger, and it's about them saving them. Oh, what's it called? Person of Interest, which is a good series. I've watched a few seasons. I haven't finished it. Okay, let's go. Ending the round. Shane, wow.
Look how many I forgot to answer. That's really bad. Even the last one whilst you're talking on it.
Everything that Shane answered, because Shane joined later, he got them all right. Wow.
Interesting. There's a few new players as well. We've got Bond 007 there. I've not been keeping an eye on the chat on YouTube. It's all quiet there on YouTube, but got.
Oh yeah, we have Josh Bond 007. I've seen from my channel as well. Good to have you here. Thanks for your great comments on my YouTube channel. Josh, yeah, some new people, and Shane is new, I think, as well. When he's doing really well. But just for a bit of fun, don't worry. We're going to get onto the coding questions now.
Last round. Let's
do it. We might actually finish on time today. And if we've got a bit of time at the end, we can show some of the open source coding platform if people want to see. Right, we ready? Next round. Software development. Let's get more technical. Forgot about this one.
Language.
Yeah. It's a bit... It's familiar in other languages, so I purposely put options where it wasn't it wouldn't conflict. I hope. Let's see.
I can see what you love these days. You've got a certain affinity for things.
Let's see. I'm not asking what version of language it is, just what language. They get harder and harder. There are some obscure ones towards the end. But it starts off easy. I think this is the round I did first, so it's where I had the most time. So I've got hours, got 4 hours till the quiz. Got plenty of time.
And you started with something that easy.
Say that again, sorry?
Loads of time, you could have thought of much more difficult answers.
They're going to come, don't worry. I suppose with the answers, right? I didn't want to make it too hard because then it'll be obvious that which one's the right answer. And but then the first round that we had, the general knowledge, they did that like with 20 minutes to go. I was like panicking. So yes, this one's more effort on this one. Right, too easy. Everyone ready? Let's move on. Oh no, I'm back. Went too far. I clicked it twice.
Hang on, let me go find it.
Okay, I think that's a new feature we'd add, that you disable the next button for like 5 seconds or something. That's something I can probably do. Bit of a RxJS thing there. While you're doing that, let me raise an issue real quick.
People can always answer this one, and then we can skip back over it in a second.
Let me see. So for the gaming platform,
we've already got something, haven't we? So I wanted to add a feature where in those controls you can jump to a particular question and around.
Okay, I'm
not sure I've already one written or not.
Okay. So are you going to jump it back to 2, or are we going to come back to it later?
Unless you want to answer this one, I was going to say if you want to answer this one first, and I'll jump it back after.
Okay, yeah, we can answer this one. So what language is this one? I actually can't remember. No, I think I do. I think I do. Stephen, I forgot Stephen was .NET as well. That would never happen if it was a .NET app. It would at least wait 5 seconds to respond. Is that because it's eating all the resources on the computer and it's like timing out all those processes? And it's like, yes, BizTalk needs to say hello world. It needs 12 gigs of RAM and 42 cores and a terabyte SSD just to print out hello world. That's why you get the 5 seconds. But I have to hit next, Andrew, to save it, don't I?
No, it saves when people click something.
Okay.
I need to pick something, actually. I was too busy getting in the database. Let me have a quick look.
Lee, I can't believe I protein this quiz. Sorry, Lee. We love you, though. We're really happy to have you here. I can't see the right side of the code on my phone. Oh, interesting. Can you turn it that way, like landscape? But still, okay, yeah, we've got to check that out on mobile. Good point. But the code, I suppose, can you scroll? The code itself isn't so important.
Yeah. You only need to see the first 4 words on the second line to know what it is.
On the second line,
Only
okay.
one language spams that everywhere.
We gave it out to me. It was line 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th line that gave it out to me.
Yeah, if you need to read that far.
Yeah, we're going to go back to question 2, Stephen. Don't worry.
You ready? I'll take it back to question 2.
Take it back. That's enough on this one. Sorry, Mike. Hopefully you can place an answer.
There you go. We'll come back to 3 in a second.
Yeah, we'll come back to 3. So this one was 2. So this was progressively a bit harder than 1, I suppose, but not really. This is Andrew's favourite language. He did his thesis in this, even giving him a clue.
I've already answered it before you even said any of that.
While everyone's having a think, don't forget, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you hadn't. It really helps support the channel.
I hate the language because of that reason you gave, though, because they knocked marks down because it's not a real language. Should probably give some hints as well, especially date-wise, because there was probably only one of those wasn't around at the time.
Yes, only one wasn't around at the time. Garbage. That's option E. Okay, too easy. Let's move on. We'll go back to 3 real quick. And Mike, hopefully you're able to see enough to make a guess. I haven't used any of these new languages. Okay. These are all real languages. So I haven't made up a word called basic. That is a real language. And same with the others. I think F# is part of the Microsoft suite.
Yes.
It's probably not as good as C# because it's, if you get an F at school, it's not very good. C's better. Wait for them to bring out A# and it'll be even better.
Yeah. Well, there was actually a version of this supported by Microsoft on Visual Studio. I don't want to steal the letter until you move to the next answer, but they did actually have this particular language available on Visual Studio. I'm trying to think which version of Visual Studio, probably 2000-ish, because it was so popular at the time. I even have the disk somewhere to install it.
Rossano, thanks for joining. Awesome to have you here. You came for the coding question round, the more technical one, so that's good. Rossano's been doing some work on my Eddie bot, but we'll talk about that another time. Reiku, never heard of Reiku, nor have I until today when I was doing my research. I once had to analyze a programming language, Pikalang. Pikachu? Is it from? Did they use that to make that game? Okay, I'm going to move on.
Yes, it was called J++. Believe it or not. So good job we didn't use that, but yeah, it's discontinued. Although, just searching Google now to see if it is discontinued, there is actually something called J available on the Visual Studio Marketplace. Not sure what that's for though. Anyway, That's the quiz.
Okay, what language is this? Again, these are all real languages.
Hmm.
I think I know the answer. I've forgotten.
I've seen this done in a few things, but not the ones that are mentioned.
Yeah, I tried not to have languages where if it was similar. I tried. I could be wrong, but I tried. Pokemon language, love it. That's what I thought I was thinking as well. I couldn't think of the word Pokemon, but Pokemon language. It's how you make the game, right? You make plugins for the game.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. Now, the text should compile. It should. If some languages have like opening tags or script tags, I've left those out. Otherwise, it's too obvious. But it should compile. Not that I know a lot of these languages, but taking it from supposedly working examples or part of working examples. Okay, let's move on.
Well, it's been a while since I've done anything like that, so I think I know what it is. Oh, here we go.
Stephen! That's too much of a clue. But we've moved on, luckily, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. That sounds like I got a reasonable answer. Okay.
This one's really simple. I thought, halfway through, before we get into the really hard ones, I'll give you an easy one.
Show some YAML. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, we won't spend too long on this one. This one's too simple.
This is where everyone's going to get zero because Eddie's got some convoluted way that this has actually been written in the background.
Yeah, this is actually XML. Okay.
Oh, I see. You're trying to appease certain people, are we?
Trying to be inclusive. Oh, Shane said he's used all the languages so far. Nice. Pickerlang is a version of. Oh, okay. Hey, Zeus. Interesting. There's a question related to that coming up. So I think it's a question no one's going to get, but Jesus might. I was encouraging that we're going to get into the hard ones. I think I know which one this one was. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it in only one language that's listed. Again, it's been a while since I've worked with that particular language, though.
It's been decades since I have, so I wouldn't have recognised it. Okay, next one. This is the appeasing certain people, I think.
Yeah, I know where this is from.
That's a massive clue. Blastoise. I don't know that language either. There are some weird languages out there.
Yeah, any of the weird stuff, I have no idea.
Yeah, I know people try and do use the weird languages, but it's just, it's hard.
I'm sure there's some fun stuff you can do with some of them, but I keep all the mainstream stuff really. So things like Rust, even I haven't even played with Rust, which is kind of getting mainstreamish.
It is. Go was doing quite well, but it seems like Rust might be winning over a lot of the Go people.
I think Go might be one of those brief things that's almost had its day already. I know it's been already used in a lot of places, but I do wonder how many new projects are picking Go to start with. Be interesting. But I've got a feeling it's probably starting to diminish a bit.
Yeah. Okay, go on to the next one. Everyone seems to be doing really well.
What language is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, pretty sure it's that. Only because of some of the ways certain things are written, but I won't say which bits.
We're gonna have to. we're going to have to go through and give all the answers out, I think, as well in the end. I don't know if we have time, but we can try and whiz through them. Shane, I'm sure you'll recognize this when you know it. It's just a weird example. Unless you come from the .NET world, you might not.
Makes a lot of sense what's written there.
Exactly.
Which is rather worrying that I understand what's going on in that particular piece. I've spent far too much time writing things to deploy to servers, I think. I don't know how much I might have given it a bit away.
I'm moving on because I think that gives it away quite a lot. Okay, I want to move on. Getting a bit harder now. People love this language. This is not an obscure language. People love this. I go to hackathons and conferences and people rave about this. I don't see it. I don't get it.
Well, certainly not if all the code looks like that. I don't get it. It's far too many brackets.
Apparently, this is how you make a button clickable. This is Hello World.
Hello.
Oh, Shane knows it. Okay. And loves it as well. Okay, give people a few more seconds. Ross, I googled it. Don't cheat, but you were honest about it, at least.
It's one of those you kind of get tempted because I kind of want to know what it is, but I've made a stab at it.
No, just have a guess. I've seen it's part of the fun.
Exactly.
I want to move on before more people Google it.
It's certainly one of those. I read a lot about different new languages and see little examples. It's one of those. I'm sure I've seen something like it, but which one? What language is this?
And this is a language, and all options are actually valid, real languages. So it's not like
all of them. Oh, okay.
There are actual languages. All the answers. No trick question here.
Yeah, no, I've heard of 2 out of them, but.
I can't wait to see how everyone's done. Is this a legit language? It is. And I was going to include a bigger bit of code, but it was so messed up. I was just like, that's going to make it worse. I can't even remember what this does. Let me open another window, go back to my history and find out what this does. It might help some people.
Yeah, it does look a bit like an old emoji, absolutely. Which emoji is it, though?
It actually does something. And Jesus will know what it is. This is adding 2 values together.
Well, that's what the plus is there for.
Exactly. It's not a regex.
And the reason I don't think we should support emojis in here is so people can use the old school ASCII versions.
Yeah, but some of them I don't recognize. Like I recognize this one. I don't recognize this one. And that one, I can't remember what face it makes. Is it just like a straight face, I'm guessing? Okay, let's see the answers, right? Let's have a look. Let's do it. Shane! What the? And Stephen as well! Mike! Oh my god, it was too easy! Rossano, Andrew, Jesus! Oh my god, you all did so well! What?
Bring a load of people that write software to a quiz which shows code.
What?
You're very upset by this.
I was expecting people to get around 5, like not close to 10.
Probably had 10 as well, just missed the first one.
Well, yeah. That is crazy. I made it too easy. Andrew's like, don't make it too hard, but make it harder than last week because last week was too easy. Wow. And what was the last one called? The last one was Brain Fook.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm still flabbergasted, like absolutely shocked at how well everyone did. I don't even
No
think
one
I
below
would have got
eight.
10 out of 10. So what was
Well, you
that?
didn't. You got a zero. You got a zero.
I know, if I had played along. I can't believe Shane and Stephen got
Eight is
10
the
out of
lowest.
10. And Rossano would have done because the first one is so simple.
I
Sorry,
just gutted
Lee.
my 50.
Can we go
Go
through
through the
all
answers.
answers? Let's do it. Okay, we'll go through fast. It's
No,
10 o'clock, past my bedtime.
reset it. And then we can see what the final scores were in a moment as well.
Shane and I have
Hopefully
upped our rates. Okay.
I might have to just do this. Hang on a second.
Rossano was late, yeah. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. We chat on Discord all the time, but
Okay.
I never pronounce your name.
There you go. You should be good to go. If you want to, do you want to go through it? You've
Let's do
got
it.
most of the rounds.
Oh my god, I forgot the answer. I think it's this one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was that one.
I can't remember which ones I got right or wrong, so I'm not going to help you.
Okay. I think everyone, if you haven't played, if you missed this first round, I'll give you like 10 seconds to give an answer. What was the original name of the first browser? No cheating. Don't give the answer when I give the answer. I will hopefully give the answer, and hopefully I get it right. If I get one wrong, then I'll feel stupid. But have a guess. Be honest. I think it was this one. And it was what was it renamed to? It wasn't renamed to Internet Explorer. It was renamed to Nexus.
Yeah.
Which are not. Oh my god, I don't remember this one. Oh. Andrew, come on, look at the database. I think DC isn't one.
It takes a minute.
I think DC isn't one, and Tremor isn't one. I think Dolphin and UC are mobile browsers. If I get it wrong, we'll check. I'll go on to the next one.
I can have a look if you want to wait.
Okay.
Was it question 4?
That was question 4. I know the answer to question 5, so
Looks like it was DC and Tremor.
yeah, so C and D on the previous one on question 4 were wrong, so I got those right. That's good. Which is not a browser on this one. It is Voyage. There is Voyager, but there's no Voyage. So I removed the R. They're kind of a trick question. It's a bit mean. I did say it was hard, this one.
I assumed it was She-Ra. I just thought you'd gone into sort of the past.
That is apparently a browser. I guess it's not a popular one. In the movie Hackers, what was wrong with the scene with the... Oh, sorry, Andrew, go on.
I was just saying, can you read out the correct answer?
Oh, sorry. Sure. In the movie Hackers, what was the wrong in the scene with the phone call in Grand Central Station? Oh, trying to follow where I click is really hard. Okay, got you. Thanks for the feedback. It had an EU ringtone is the correct answer. It didn't ring with a US ringtone. It rang with an EU ringtone. So B, yeah.
I thought it was your favourite one that you always tell everyone about, where there was no cable connected to it. But caught me out with that one.
And this one, which is really famous, what is a stupid hacking mistake in NCIS? It was B, which is 2 people using the same keyboard to try and stop the hack.
That was the only thing I could pick, because it seemed like the most stupid way of doing it.
And actually, I should have had a follow-up question on this. They couldn't stop the person, but as a bonus question, how did a third person stop the hack?
By using the keyboard as well.
I thought the person was going to, but they didn't, luckily. They just pulled out the power cable out of that computer that they were working on. So it looked like they were hacking a server, but they pulled out the terminal that they were on and it stopped the hack. But all that really happened was the screen turned off and they were just oblivious to what was going on. But yes. Did they talk to the mouse? That's brilliant. Okay, I'm taking that for social media. That is the best one. Hello, computer. Oh my god, imagine they went, "Hey Siri, stop the hack." That would have been good.
Well, AI these days, that's what they do in Iron Man.
Join the first 2 ones. Or imagine someone brought over a keyboard and just joined in. Didn't even plug it in.
Honestly, yeah.
Stephen, Schrodinger's hack. If you can't see it, you're not being hacked, or are you hacked? Love that one. Okay, that's another one for social. This is what I miss. Perfect. Thank you all. That's made my day. Was it realistic? Oh, what was realistically wrong in Independence Day, the movie, when they tried to deploy the virus to the mothership? Was it the USB hub with loads of keyboards? I think Rossano has shared the link to the clip. So the answer to this one, they went to the mothership and they tried to deploy it wirelessly, the virus, but Wi-Fi didn't exist until 2 years later. So I thought that was quite funny. We need more keyboards. This one was a hard one to come up with answers, as you can see. Number 9. In Back to the Future, what was wrong with the dashboard trying to hit 88 miles per hour? There are actually a couple of things wrong, but the one I was going for was the odometer jumps back a few hundred miles as they get closer to 88. So as they jump from inside to looking at the dashboard to outside the car, back to the dashboard, they lose like 101 miles on the odometer. Also, the dashboard changes, and rather than the increments on the dial, rather than being all the same color, each other one is a smaller number and is in red. But yeah, you don't really notice that when you see it. They were all in first gear all the way. Oh, I missed one. I missed a few comments. Is realistically wrong differently from just wrong? Yeah, that was just me. I don't know, trying to explain something badly. No, just wrong is good. There was no Wi-Fi in spaceships. Yeah, they were all using LAN cable because they had LAN parties on the spaceship.
No, but I think Lee is saying
no,
their space, they come from space, they've got their own technology. So maybe you didn't need Wi-Fi on Earth because they had Wi-Fi from their planet.
But there's no Wi-Fi on the laptop though.
Well, how do they plug the laptop into whatever? Yeah, absolutely.
So, because it hadn't the Earth hadn't invented Wi-Fi, so there's no Wi-Fi, I guess, on the laptop to use. They were in first gear all the way. You can do that in a Porsche, in a Ferrari, right? It goes up to like 60 miles, 70 miles an hour in first gear, which is crazy. Okay. Last question. In Jurassic Park, when Nedry is having a live chat with his contact at the dock, what is wrong with the live chat? Stop trying to explain the plot to Independence Day. Hey, Independence Day was an amazing movie. I might watch that this weekend too. I've got a lot of movies to watch this weekend. Laptop talk to a spaceship. I can't get a laptop talk to the printer. That's so true. That is really true. Absolutely. I'd rather spend time trying to do a digital signature than trying to print it, sign it, and scan it. It just doesn't work.
I want to know where they tested that virus before taking it up on the spaceship anyway. First time works, right? That's with everything.
Like everything in all hacker movies. So the answer to this one, the live video call had a progress bar and a play button. So it was playing a video that was pre-recorded, so it really wasn't a live chat. Let's see if I got 10 out of 10. I bet you I got one wrong. I didn't answer 10. Okay, that's fine. Well, I got them right at least. Okay.
Okay, let's do the pictures.
Andrew. I don't like Blade Runner. My opinion don't matter. Mike, just got one thing to say to you. .net. Sorry, Andrew, all yours.
I nearly put one of the answers up for being it could have been Eddie, was the name, as well, just to first chimp in space. Just smash the keys, Eddie, it'll work. But no, the first chimp in space, his name was Ham.
What? That's a
Gordo, I think,
name.
The future ones, he's like the fourth or fifth one or something, but Ham was the first one.
Ham.
But yeah, I think all the ones that were there are chimps that have been to space.
Okay. Damn it. Not off good start. Let's see.
Well, that's the only sort of sideline caveat, right? It was I didn't actually stipulate that it was the first chimp in space. You had to recognise that chimp. The only reason he was called Ham, I'm sure there was. If you know what it is, Lee. Otherwise, I have to go and look it up. I'm trying to think. If you want to come back to us, Been and are still into. No, but Ham came back to Earth. Apparently, he didn't die till like 1985, I think it was. No, he came back from space. So yeah, I think it was the first. I guess you could say first successful monkey to go to space and back. All right, the next one. This is Tux. For anyone that doesn't use it, yeah. They've stopped using Tux now everywhere, so you don't see it so much, I guess.
It's because Microsoft's been contributing, right? Slowly trying to phase it out, and then they'll replace Windows with Linux, and then they'll just put like a Windows UI on it, and they'll be like, "Hey, look, here's Windows 15."
So the answer to this is not the answer Eddie has on his screen. It's actually IBO, the Sony IBO, which stands for AI in robots. So Bo from robot, I guess, and AI.
What? You gave a clue that it was B. That's a terrible clue. If you give the wrong answer,
I said read B in your head because it's the only one that's weird.
I read it,
You read
and
it
I
out.
chose it.
It's oh dear.
I think we should have some Tux swag, and then when Mike wins a round, we can send him some Tux swag.
You'd be like, "Why are you sending me penguins?" Okay, next one. This was from Wild Wild West, as we said, film. Loveless was the name of the bad guy that built it, so that wasn't the answer. The answer is actually Tarantula. However, I was very careful about writing Loveless because apparently, according to some website, it was also known as the Loveless Spider. But I made sure I didn't put the word spider on there. But Tarantula was the.
That was too obvious, so I'm picking that one. I was going to go for that one first, but I felt like it was too obvious.
Oh right, I see. Change your answers now. I didn't hit next fast enough. Okay, so here, that's this one. I think there were so many clues. Everyone will have got this one right. So from Finding Nemo, yeah, it was it? The name's Bruce. I can't quite do the voice, but hey, when he introduced himself in Finding Nemo. But yeah, in Jaws, the name of the model was also called Bruce. I don't know if they actually call the shark itself Bruce in the film, though, do they?
And they call it Jaws.
Say that. No, they don't call it Jaws either. Jaws is just the name of the film. Yeah, there you go. It's called Bruce. Yeah. Lenny, I think, was from another kids' film. There was a shark called Lenny. I think Kenny was also from Nemo. I think Kenny was along with the funny, sort of the dweeby-ish looking one with Bruce. Okay, next up. This was the Transformer-y picture from one of the Dinobots, and it's the sort of T-Rex, which is called Grimlock.
Damn it!
Not Snarl, no. Does have sort of big snout. It probably would snarl quite a lot. Grimlock. Okay, next one.
I better get this right.
Early 1980s, I guess, TV show. Inspector Gadget.
It's Brain. It's Brain. It is.
I think last time I put it up, you picked Penny because she was on the other end of the phone, but it is actually Brain.
I didn't pick Penny last time. I picked Brain every time because she was like, Brain!
Absolutely. It was always Penny talking to Brain. And then this one from Boston Dynamics is called Spot.
Yes! What a guess. It's Rover Spot. Yes.
I thought a few people might pick Cheetah because it's got sort of those cheetah-esque legs and it runs very fast. But yeah, Spot is the correct answer. Oh, Brain is in Thunderbirds as well. Yeah, that's a good point. There was obviously a particular time in the 80s that Brain was a good name for anyone that was supposed to be more intelligent than they are. Okay. 9 from Matrix.
Come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie.
These guys you certainly wouldn't want to meet running around the sewers, I'm sure. But they were called Sentinels.
Yes! I watched that movie so many times. If I got this wrong, I was going to cry.
Yeah, well, I tried to put similar-ish ones up. Sentry, I thought people might pick, because Sentry and Sentinel are quite close. But the other two, I thought, well, maybe, but unlikely. So, yeah, Sentinel, good job. Last up,
Come
it
on.
is not Mr. Bigglesworth. Mr. Bigglesworth was from Austin Powers.
Oh.
Famous cat still. You're right, it's not Bob, because it's not a street cat named Bob. It's actually Tardar Sauce is his name.
As a stupid name doesn't count. This question doesn't count.
So the answer is C, Tardar Sauce. Yeah.
Stupid name.
Better known as Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, see, if you put Grumpy Cat, I would have got that.
Yeah, that'd be too easy. Cool.
No wonder the cat is so grumpy.
With a name like that, absolutely. But he only died, was it a couple of years ago? Quite recently as well. Okay. Final round. Notice how Eddie's just shot up the leaderboard a bit. Oh, I still forgot to answer one we were going through. Oh well.
I might have changed one answer.
Well, we both have to take some points off, I guess, from our final scores. We just ignore ours anyway.
No, our final scores don't count because on the rounds that we do know, we've got really good answers. Okay, technical one.
See.
So, do we still have Rossano there? Put your answer in before I give the answer, and then I think you missed. This is the one question you missed, but I'm sure you'll get it. So this is JavaScript ES5. What language is this, Andrew?
It's my favourite. I'm trying to think of the personal home pages.
PHP.
Personal home pages. And I wrote an e-commerce platform for my dissertation using it as a modern way of building web applications. Before really e-commerce, I think e-commerce was just starting to happen because it was kind of like 2000s. I was told that's complete crap. No one's going to ever want something like that. How many e-commerce websites got built in PHP? God knows how many.
So this one, if I remember correctly, is Java. Do you agree, Andrew?
I agree, yes. And it's obvious by public static void main. No other language does that. But you're right. If you go a few lines down to system.out.println as well, that's a bit of a giveaway. But yeah, the main class always has that in Java. This one was Python, I believe.
Yeah, I think so as well. That's good. I'm feeling more confident in my answers.
I've done a lot with Python. I've only dabbled in it here and there, so I was having to wonder, could it be a nut from another language? But
Void is an anti-pattern in Airbnb Style Guide. Interesting. Okay.
Well, you shouldn't need to use it if you're doing things like Spring. Well, I say that might have changed again. It kept on flipping around in Spring. He's trying unacceptable code. I don't need to answer all of these. You know I got most of them right.
Yeah. This one is SQL. Dead simple. This one, I've forgotten. I think it's a C++.
Yeah.
Was there a mistake in the Python, Jesus? It could be because of the just the way the markdown's rendered potentially, or the way it looks in the font, or something like that. Or copy and paste it from an example online might have been lost. Yeah, I think this one is C++. Do you agree, Andrew?
Absolutely. The C out and the double arrow are the giveaways, really.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone's doing well. This one for our Microsoft friends.
Yeah.
C#.
I've actually written bits of C#, so I recognise that one quite happily. Only because of Unity, but
see, Mike, I didn't forget about you and all your, .NET friends. I included you. I wanted to be inclusive. Everyone is welcome. Almost everyone. I'm just joking, of course. This one, people found this one hard, and I can kind of see why. But when you kind of look at it, then you kind of, I don't know. I've written lots of things with this.
Yeah, far too many things.
Bit of Bash.
Again, if you're in the Microsoft world, you wouldn't really do it because you'd be doing everything using PowerShell, I guess.
Well, yeah, more recently
Where's
PowerShell, right?
your PowerShell option?
Before it was just Shell. Now they made it better, so it's now
Right.
PowerShell. And then they'll name the next version like PowerShell plus plus.
Linux shell.
Yeah, that's what it will be. You're right. Number 9. What language is this? Everyone did so well. Everyone knows the answers to
The one
these.
I got wrong. I went Kojo, but I think
It's
it's Lisp.
Lisp, and I
Uh,
I would have.
I was right between the two.
Uh,
Okay.
I was thinking I should have put. There's another language similar to Lisp, which is functional. I think Elixir. That would have been a bit more maybe trickier for people to get. I miss coding Lisp. Wow, I do not miss this question.
No, I don't like the look of that. This one was easy though. I mean, just the way it looks makes you think that way.
Yeah, it makes your eyes go that way too. So I got 10 out of 10. Woo! Okay, that's kind of cheating.
Okay. What everyone's really interested in, what were the overall final scores and does it actually work?
Oh yeah, this is the new feature. Ignore Andrew's and mine because obviously the rounds that we did, we know the answers. Let's have a look. Dun dun dun. Error. Console log.
You're thinking. Come on. Hopefully it works. The downside to Firebase functions, they do take them away. There we go.
Okay, ignore me. Ignore Andrew. So Shane came first, 17. Mike second place, 16. That's really close. Wow,
And
Jesus,
Jesus
16 as well. Lee 16 too. Wow. Okay.
Ross joined us a bit late. I should actually put a few in on the first round after we went back to the start. But
True. And yeah, Bond 007 did well too. I think Josh only joined for a little bit, but
yeah, Josh looked around too long.
I think everyone did really well. We should probably. I've got another feature
One thing
idea.
that's happened here, the one thing that has happened is that the chat on the right hand side has gone. I need to put the chat in for the end game pet screen. I suppose my thinking was perhaps no one needs to talk once it's finished, but you might still want to say goodbye to everyone. So that is a slight problem. People can't now talk to us. You have to hop over to YouTube to say good night.
I want to. I think an idea. Remove host from
Yeah, we could
final.
remove hosts generally from all the score pages. Really, you don't need to see our scores in any of them. Really, do you?
Well, I think
I mean,
for the,
I suppose
for the
it's nice
rounds
when we
ones, it's nice.
Yeah, I suppose it's nice when we're doing each other's rounds to see how we get on against each other.
But then for the final one, it doesn't make sense because we'll always skew the results.
Yeah.
So yeah, remove us from here. I think would be good. Nice.
Yeah, so
I think that's pretty good
each
overall,
round,
though.
you do get each round score still, so you can see you scored 1, 6, 10, and then you can see the rest of it. I've tried to be careful though, because this platform is not designed to be purely for a quiz, but other things in the future. This end game screen is a general end game screen for any game. So it's kind of a score, and then you can have some text is the way it's been built. So yeah, you can't format that round scores very much. It's just a block of text that you can input from that game. And then you give it a score to the person scored. So just to give you a heads up. And we're going to feed some of that into some kind of XP that builds up against your account over time as well. So, and then I'll unlock certain features within the platform later on. But yeah, we're still early days, really. I mean, I don't know how much time I've actually spent on this, probably not more than a couple of weeks now. But
I think it's done really, really well to put this together. It's. I think this week is really exciting with like things coming together and what's it called? Yeah, seeing this final score. I really, really like it. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Well done, Andrew. Well done, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today. It was good fun. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe below if you hadn't. Share with your friends, techie or non-techie. They might enjoy it too. And it's really awesome to have you all here. We do have a Slack channel for Code Mortals, so feel free to come and chat to us. And Yeah, ask about the platform, contribute to the platform. And again, Jesus, we thank you very much for your issues and pull requests that you raised over the last couple of days. We will have a look at that
We'll
soon.
get on to them soon.
They look awesome. They
Yeah, I
look
did have
good.
a very quick glance. There are probably a few comments because some of them need a bit more discussion at some point. So I don't know where the best place is to have a chat, Jesus, but I think that field picture question, for example, there's this plan to change how pictures work. So you actually have two fields there. It will be one that's the image and one that's the text. So if you want to write something about the image, you can do rather than just changing the field. But I need to have a look at the PR a bit further. So it may be doing some of that. But I know there are certain things that we need to probably discuss a little bit as well.
I'll
But
share
thank
the
you for
link.
them. I'm not saying it's a problem, but it could be temporarily useful until we make that change. But yeah, it looks good. And thank you for them.
I will share the link in the YouTube chat if anyone wants to look at look at this. But 4 pull requests from Jesus. Thank you very much. That is awesome. That is really cool. Very, very cool. I think we should say our good nights. It's almost 10:30 past my bedtime, and I'm sure we've got people from all around the world.
Yes, yeah, and looks like I need to go and get the kids into bed because they're both still wandering around the house, which they shouldn't. Cool.
Thank you all for
Thank
joining,
you.
and we'll see you next Friday, if not before.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some more features as well.
Absolutely.
Cool.